A retired top rugby referee is crying foul over All Black captain Richie McCaw's match-winning try against the Springboks. Richie McCaw leads the All Blacks next week to the Rugby Championship decider against Australia, where of course he's no stranger to accusations of cheating, and former Wallaby captain Andrew Slack has been watching footage of this controversial try. Illegal or not?
My view would be that, potentially it was illegal. It did break that law as written in the game, but you could probably argue a case either way, but, as I say, it probably was illegal.
Well, it had to happen, didn't it? A South African journalist and former referee have called the move that led to Richie McCaw's match-winning try illegal. If you want to get really picky, at the front of the line-out, box hooker Bismarck du Plessis was offside, another forward, Adrian Strauss, was offside, and Ruan Pienaar was offside trying to tackle Richie McCaw.
The real grey area in rugby is the breakdown, attack and D, and having a really good knowledge of that is pretty key, and a good knowledge of how to have an influence. You're not breaking the laws or anything, it's just the interpretation of what angles are acceptable.
If you play by the laws, you'll amount to nothing. To be a great number 7, you have to be prepared to step outside the laws of the game.
Everybody would say to me as a ref, how do you let him away with so much? How come he seems to get away with so much? And, my response is he just seems to know where the line in the sand is. He'll study the referees that he's going to have, and he'll know what he may or may not be able to get away with.
Half of you says, wow, that was amazing. And the other half, particularly if you're an Australian, goes, how is that cheating bastard getting away with that when we're not? And he's got this angelic face and this big smile and all that sort of stuff, and speaks to them very respectfully, and you think, you smarmy bastard. Just before the game, I'll write down exactly the things I need to know out in the field. Writing down the same things most weeks. The first thing I put was start again and get involved early. The next point I have is work rate. So a big part of my game is having a crack at their ball. So whether it's your feet or your hands in there, you get in there and you try and slow it up best you can, legally. Another one's always thinking about get up and go and change gear. So that's sort of how I'm going to play, and then always have one calm, clear and decisive. So it's obviously as a captain you want to be calm, be clear about what we're doing, and be really decisive, so don't sort of be wishy-washy. And presence. So rather than head down, you're up and you're big. So it's a physical but also a mental presence, like where your eyes are, how you talk to the ref, how you engage with your mates. That has a real mental presence. And then the last couple is just play and enjoy. And that's where I write down GAB at the end too. I had this training diary and I was quite proud of the fact that I'd been picked for a trial. I was talking to my uncle about it and showing him, and he goes, well, do you want to be an All Black? Oh yeah, of course I do. Not thinking it was anything more than a bit of a dream.
You want to be an All Black? Let's write down a plan, mate.
He goes, well, write down how you would get there. So I started putting down, he made New Zealand under-19s in 99.
Under-21s? In 2001, looking at
New Zealand Colts, and then you might get into the Canterbury A team in 2002.
2003, Crusaders.
And then after 2003 World Cup, be some guys moving on from the All Blacks.
There's going to be gaps in the roster.
He goes, well, if you're going to have this line after the All Black, you don't just want to be an All Black, you want to be a great All Black. And I was like, what? I was a bit embarrassed about even writing that. I just wrote GAB at the bottom.